I think it's safe to say that we've gone too far. I'm not kidding when I say this. It took me almost 45 minutes to buy all of these turnips. Yeah, it almost took 45 minutes. My counter on my recording says 42 minutes. And all I've done today is buy turnips. Let's do a little bit of a turnip tour, shall we? So as you can tell, this is the bridge that takes you to the shopping district. Nowhere even close to my house. This is where the Turnip Trail starts. So if we go through this whole thing, there is nothing but turnips. And oh, hey, would you look at that? More turnips. We go up. Oh, gee, more turnips. My entire yard is completely filled with turnips. Okay, not all this. Not all this is filled with turnips, but also I'm not really going to go through it all. Actually, I should probably grab all these because these are my tools that I'll need for today. And as I don't feel like it's overly necessary to show, yes, my entire house is completely filled with turnips. Again, I feel like it's safe to say we've gone too far. I don't know if I want to continue doing this every single week. I mean, putting 4 million bells into turnips is a lot. And you know what? I think this is as far as I'm gonna go. This took way too long to do, and it may be worth it for the monetary gain, but yeah. Also, yes, if you couldn't tell, I accidentally ate 10 turnips. Don't judge me. Button presses are hard. Anyways, that's it. I don't have anything else that I want to show for today, so oh, I should probably free there's my bug net. I should probably free Pom Pom of her flea nightmare. Or should I say, I should flee her. I had to. Anyways, yeah, that's it for today. So, hopefully I can sell these turnips soon. And I don't have to worry about dealing with these turnips all over the place. We'll see, though. Hello and welcome to Saturday. I'm gonna be honest, I have some explaining to do when it comes to the fact that I have not recorded at all this week. It's kind of a serious topic and highly personal, so before I get into it, I should state that I did make sure to get as much footage as I could, or at least as much as I was willing to get during this week, because a lot of stuff actually happened. And while I'm going to be going through my daily routine stuff today, I'm definitely going to talk about it. But before we start getting into what happened on Frontier, I kind of want to explain why I did not record at all this week, because I actually was home this week. I actually had to work from home, thanks to my job, but because of my job, I was way too depressed to record. So yeah, my week started with working from home, and then a little bit after that, I got let go from my job. And it was really depressing, in particular for me, just because of the environment of the job and the people I worked with. It was a family business job, and I was the only family member who got let go. So it was rough. And I'm gonna be honest, Animal Crossing was one of the few things that was actually keeping me somewhat sane during this entire week, because man, there were days where I legitimately could not get off the couch because I was just so depressed. I mean, of course I was applying for jobs when I wasn't just laying around on the couch being so depressed because of everything that happened, but you know, this was a rough week. This was a rough week for me personally, and as a result, I didn't record it all, but I actually did keep notes as to everything that happened this week, and I did try to make sure to get clips of everything so I can show it off here. And the first thing that I want to show is I actually finished the recording room. Well, mostly. I went and got some extra microphones set up over here, got a new table, decided to get another server, got a better lighting system. I actually decided to put up an arcade cabinet here just because I mean, if I had my own personal office just like this, of course I would want my own arcade cabinet. Are you insane? And then I also decided to set up an art table right here, as well as my, I guess, replica of my actual recording setup. Decided to get 2 Nintendo Switches, because of course Nintendo refuses to add any other consoles you can collect in New Horizons. Why do you do this, Nintendo? I remember in New Leaf you could collect GameCubes, and that was one of my favorite parts about it. Of course, decided to set up a microphone right here, and just decided to get some new stuff. Just got some new wallpaper, and overall, I really like this setup. Also, if you can't tell, I sold my turnips, or I haven't sold my turnips, which means I actually have to sell them today. I think the best price that I've gotten this week has been maybe 119 bells. Everything else has been nothing. It's actually been at a loss. So this week's probably not the best in terms of turnips. Also, one thing I should mention now that we're outside is I actually got some trash set up over here. As I don't think I've talked about this before, but there are some new, or not new, there are some bugs that you can catch by placing specific items on the ground and letting it sit. If you place trash-related items like old tires and old boots, dirty cans, stuff like that, you have the ability to catch flies. And if you place down rotten food, you can catch ants. Now, this is a little interesting, as New Horizons does things a bit differently. In previous Animal Crossing games, there were multiple different types of rotten food. Pretty much any single fruit that you left on the ground for a certain amount of time would turn rotten, and that would work. New Horizons doesn't do that. I don't know if anyone paid attention, but in previous episodes, I actually had some pears sitting in my yard because I was waiting for them to turn rotten. That's not how it works. In New Horizons, the only food that goes rotten is turnips. So if you want to get yourself some ants for the museum, you're going to need to sacrifice some turnips. I'm actually going to be doing that this week. I'm going to leave probably 10 turnips, maybe even less. I'll probably keep 1 turnip after this week and just let it sit here. So that way it can go rotten and I can hopefully catch some ants. Now, with all that out of the way, there actually are some new bugs and fish that are able to be caught here in December. My god, I don't know why I spaced there. I've actually been having a pretty difficult time remembering all the new bugs and fish and stuff, but again, this week's been rough. I've been spending a lot of my spare time because, yes, for those of you who don't know, when you're not working, you have a lot of free time. I mean, you can only apply for so many jobs before it's like, okay, I have nothing else to do. I need to go do something. So, yeah, I've been playing a lot of Animal Crossing, and I started paying attention more to catching bugs and fish, and it kind of reminded me that, oh yeah, there's new creatures you can catch every month. So on screen, I will have all of the new bugs and fish that you can catch here in December, as well as what times they're available, and so on and so forth. Now, most of these I've actually already caught, so what I'm showing on screen is the actual Critterpedia information from my game, because, again, I went out and caught them. The only ones that are different are ones that I have yet to catch, because they're rare. Also, fun fact, I went and planted more pumpkins, as yesterday, Leaf showed up, and he still sells pumpkin starters. So if you're someone like me who doesn't have all the types of pumpkins, just know you can still buy more. You just have to wait until Leaf shows up on your island. So I went and pretty much got my entire pumpkin patch put together, and, you know, I'm kind of looking forward to it. I also bought some extra starters in case I do get more orange pumpkins, because I'm trying to get the green and yellow ones. Now, in terms of things that happened throughout the week, oh boy, a lot actually happened. So we're actually going to go in chronological order by timeline and just talk about what happened. So on the 30th of November, aka Monday, I actually was able to buy the Golden Crown. The Golden Crown is a cosmetic item that sells for 1 million bells. Because I had 2 million bells sitting in the bank, I kind of just decided, screw it, and I bought the crown. The other thing that happened was all that furniture that you saw that was in the recording room that I used to complete that room, I actually went and bought all of that on Monday. I didn't buy everything. I bought everything except for the studio lights on Monday, and then Tuesday I went ahead and bought the studio lights. As for that, the other things that happened were on December 1st, that being, what is that? Tuesday. That's a Tuesday. December 1st on Tuesday, that was actually a day in which snow fell for the first time. And what's interesting about snowfall is it actually changes the music, where it adds sleigh bells to the music in the game. Additionally, snowfall does work the same as rain. So if you see snow falling down on your island, just know you don't have to worry about watering your plants because they're already being watered. Now, that's not all that happened on the 1st. There was actually something pretty serious that happened. Walt moved away. Walt had voiced to me that he wanted to move out, and I decided to let him. And, yeah, December 1st was the day that happened. Also, Pee-wee. Smoked pasta salad. Man, Colton is quite the chef. Maybe he should be called chef. I'm not gonna lie, I am a little sad that Walt's gone. He was one of those characters that I definitely grew an immediate affinity for, and to just know that he moved away just kinda sucks. It does. But speaking of villagers, Frigga actually gave me a recipe that is of note. She actually gave me a DIY recipe for the golden toilet. And, oh. Meringue is visiting Pom Pom. Nice we could all be here together like this, Shortcake. Now I see why Pom Pom is always so relaxed. Her home is just so comfortable. Maybe that's because I get along with her so well with Pom Pom.
Thanks for coming over! Another one of my friends is here! That's so cool! Oh wow! Totally make yourself at home! It's so cool to have both of you here at the same time!
Anyways, yeah, so Frigga was able to give me the DIY recipe for the golden toilet, and in the mail, I actually got a letter from Mom, which gave a special Christmas sweater, which was nice. Soleil, how do you do, Tarnation? Island life is so invigorating. Staying inside all day would be a terrible waste. That's what I've been doing all week. Seriously, I am desperate to get out of the house. All I've been doing this week is just applying for jobs and laying on the couch and doing nothing. It's sad. Sorry, I'm in the middle of something right now. What are you up to? Currently collecting your classic library wall. Just to see. Oh, that's not her bookshelf, is it? That's not her bookshelf, is it? Honestly, I've been trying to visit Alice as many times as I can when she's inside her house because I really want to get the DIY recipe for this bookshelf. I want it for the library. Which, yeah, I'm pretty sure what she gave me is not what that is. Classic library wall. This is probably the same as the manga library wall, which I actually tried having in my recording room, but it did not look good. Yeah, that's not what I'm looking for. Anyway, so I actually got my information wrong a little bit earlier in the video. On December 1st, that wasn't the day snow fell. It was actually December 2nd. December 1st was the day that Isabel announced that snow can fall on your island now that it's December. I apologize for getting that information wrong. Guess I'm not the best at looking at my notes. But, speaking of December, now that we're in the month of December, Timmy and Tommy will actually sell toys that you can buy, which is important because they even specifically state that you should hang on to these toys so you can give them out to villagers on Toy Day, which will be happening on December 25th, aka the day that Christmas happens. It's literally Animal Crossing's Christmas. So, yeah, it's kind of like in October when Timmy and Tommy were selling candy that you could buy for Halloween. Same thing applies here. You're going to want to buy toys every day so you can give them out for Toy Day, which I've actually been doing. Now, also on December 2nd, the day after Walt had officially moved out, we actually got a new villager in the form of Drago. Drago was a villager that showed up on the campsite, and I'm gonna be honest, I'm actually really happy to have Drago on the island. Drago is a character that I knew nothing about. I saw him on the campsite and just thought, he needs to move in. Like, he's such an amazing character. Like, he's a dragon! He is a literal dragon! Like, how cool is that? Oh. When one's charging at you with a stinger, you don't have to stand there, just take it. You can also run. Renee is talking about the fact that I got stung by bees yesterday. Thanks for that, Renee. Also, hey, it's the mini fridge that I got, Renee. Yeah, that's the other thing I've been doing. I've been trying to make sure I give villagers, items from the mail every day. So it's nice to see the villagers actually putting it in their homes. But yeah, so we actually did get a new villager move in, that being Drago, and one of the reasons why I'm super excited to have him is he actually has the same personality trait as Eric. So just think about this. Just think about this. Drago is basically Eric, but if he turned into a dragon. Like, how cool is that? I'm actually really excited to have Drago. Because it's like, oh man, we just got another Eric, but he's a dragon. Sorry, I'm really pumped about that. Hey, Drago's actually here! Drago! Oh, hey, Taryn. Funny running into you here. So funny. Yeah, he's literally just Eric, and I love him. Man, I ended up buying stuff I wasn't planning on buying when I come here. My piggy bank's tummy is always real empty because of this place. Yeah, I know how you feel. Alright, please tell me that I'm gonna get at least something out of my turnips. Please tell me I'm gonna get something. Oh. Good. Good. Well, this is a rough week. In more than one way. Oh. Well then, that actually spawned a lot quicker than I expected. Okay, wow, I was trying to sell all my turnips and next thing I know a fly shows up. There you go. I was just winging it. Ah! It's even in like it's, oh my god, that's adorable. It's not even in a normal bug cage. It's underneath a cup and a piece of paper. That's beautiful. I love it. I love everything about it. Alright, took care of all my stuff, decided to sell the, all my turnips, except for at least one bundle, and then I also donated that fly that I caught, which means we're gonna end off the week with KK Slider. It's nice to be appreciated. Are you ready for the latest toe tapper from Toonsville? You know it, KK. Cool, any requests? I got a song. Because of course I've got a song. This week, we're playing KK Bazaar. Groovy. Then how about you cop a seat so I can get started? Right on, I'm tuned up and ready to roll. Who's in the mood for a little KK Bazaar?
me now. Oh me now. Quick, knock me off now. Me now, oh me now, oh me now. Quick, oh me off. Oh me, nah, quick, oh knock me now. Quick, oh knock me now.